Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the blues of March 2019. First of all, I'd like to give a couple of shoutouts. I haven't done that for some time. The first one is Physical Media for Life, Dan from the UK. He used to be known as Orton Productions, but he was gone from YouTube for a few years. But now he's here again, so welcome back, sir, and don't you dare go anywhere. Great name, by the way, Physical Media for Life. I really like that name. And the other YouTuber I like to give a shout out to is Mark Wilson. I don't know anything about him, but I do know he has an incredible movie room. He has a lot of stuff that I personally wouldn't buy, but it looks amazing, and it simply puts my movie room to shame. So check these guys out and subscribe. Physical Media for Life and Mark Wilson. The links are below. Okay, we start off with the only DVD I have, and that is Film Worker, Stanley Kubrick's unsung assistant. And that is this guy, Leon Vitelli. He began working with Kubrick as an actor in Barry Lyndon. He was cast as Lord Bullingdon, and after that he worked with Kubrick many times in different professions, like it says here, casting director, acting coach, location scout, sound engineer, color corrector, AD, assistant director, promoter, and eventually restorer of Kubrick's films. So he really was Kubrick's right-hand man, and you could also say that he was his slave. I mean, he did absolutely everything that Kubrick told him to do. But this is a very interesting and insightful documentary about a guy who knew Kubrick better than anyone else who ever worked with him or for him. Vitelli was the one who discovered Danny Lloyd, the kid from The Shining. He was the one who cast R. Lee Ermey as the drill instructor in Full Metal Jacket. They already had another actor, by the way, to play that part, but he ended up playing the gunner in the helicopter. The guy who was shooting at those Vietnamese people while he was yelling, "Get some, get some," that guy. And Vitelli was the one who finished Eyes Wide Shut after Kubrick died, which is now 20 years ago. So he's a very important person behind the curtain. He was the invisible driving force behind Kubrick, and he's still working for them. He's still working for Kubrick. 2 decades after his death, Vitelli's still taking care of Kubrick's legacy. But this is a fantastic documentary. Film Worker. Next is Upgrade. Some people say this movie is similar to Venom, and they also say that it's better than Venom. Now, I have not seen Venom, so I cannot make that conclusion myself. And also this actor, Logan Marshall Green, he looks like Tom Hardy, so there's another comparison between the two movies. But I thought Upgrade was very good. I really enjoyed it, and the soundtrack was great. I loved the ending. I don't know if they're planning to do a sequel. I don't hope so, because the ending was just perfect the way it is, in my opinion. But it was written and directed by Leek Wemmel, who also directed Chapter 3 of the Insidious franchise, and he worked on other horror movies as a screenwriter. Next is One Cut of the Dead. Now, this movie was a lot of fun. Absolutely a lot of fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's divided in 3 parts. Each part is about a half hour long. And the first part is all shot in one take. It's about a film crew making a zombie movie in an old abandoned factory, and then they're being attacked by real zombies. And the next part, I don't want to say too much about it, but I can say that the result is highly entertaining. Oh, by the way, don't be misled by this quote here. Every zombie comedy that came after Shaun of the Dead had this quote. It's getting tiresome. But One Cut of the Dead is better, funnier, and smarter than Shaun of the Dead. You know, it's a zombie comedy with a heart. Yeah, absolutely enjoyed this one. One Cut of the Dead. Okay, I got a nice little stack of westerns here. 2 Italian and 3 American western. Let's begin with the Italian ones. I have not seen both of them, by the way. Requiem for Gringo. This is the second Blu-ray release from Wild East. The first one was the Pecos double feature. A double dose of Pecos with Pecos. My name is Pecos and Pecos Cleans Up. But this one stars Fernando Sanso, a Spanish actor who was also in King of Kings and Lawrence of Arabia. But he's best known for his work in spaghetti westerns, such as Arizona Colt, also known as The Man from Nowhere, The Big Gun Down, the 2 Ringo films, and also the first Satana film, If You Meet Satana, Pray for Your Dead, and many others. Yep. Next one is Killer Caliber 32 with Peter Lee Lawrence, a German actor who also made many spaghetti westerns in his career. His short career, I might say, because he died at the very early age of 30. Yep. And now we go to the American West, and this is Backlash, or The Secret of the 5 Graves, as it says here in German. Now, that was a good film. You know, just a solid American Western with Richard Whitmark, directed by John Sturges. And you know, this is the man who gave us The Magnificent Seven, The Great Escape, Bad Day at Black Rock, Gunfight at the OK Corral, you name it. Very good film director. Now this is a great movie. I cannot wait to watch it again. Quickly Down Under. Tom Selleck is terrific as a highly skilled gunman who goes to Australia to work for this wealthy cattle baron played by Alan Rickman. But when he finds out what he's really been hired for, he's turning against his boss. Yeah, excellent film. A nice release, by the way, from Shout Select, I have to say. And finally, here is Wild Rovers, a wonderful pursuit western. Now, William Holden and Ryan O'Neal play 2 cow punchers who are fed up with their jobs and they want to live a good, wealthy life. Who doesn't? And the only way to do that is to rob a bank, which is exactly what they have done. And after that, they escape and head for Mexico. And the cattleman they worked for, played by Carl Malden, sent his 2 sons after them, you know, to bring them back alive or dead if necessary. And the 2 sons are played by Joe Don Baker and Tom Skerritt. But this is a fantastic western. Very glad that Warner put this out on Blu. It was written and directed by Blake Edwards. And he's the man behind the Pink Panther movies, believe it or not. Now, that's what he's mostly known for, you know, is comedy work. I mean, there is humor in Wild Rovers, but it's not a comedy. I picked up these two fine noir films by the pioneers of noir, Fritz Lang and Robert Siodmak. Human Desire. This is based on, well, loosely based on the book by Émile Zola. There's another film adaptation that was made earlier, a French film called La Bête Humaine, The Human Beast, by Jean Renoir. I haven't seen it, but it appears to be more faithful to the book. But Human Desire is a good film, and it seems like it has the classic noir story. It's about a married woman, played by Gloria Graham, who falls in love with another guy, Glenn Ford, and she wants him to kill his, or to kill her abusive husband, played by Broderick Crawford. But it's different, it's really not like that, and this is really the big heat reunion between Graham, Ford, and Fritz Lang. But yeah, it's a really good film. There's a nice booklet there. Yep, very nice release from Eureka. And The Phantom Lady is about a man who's being falsely accused of murdering his wife, and there's only one woman who can prove he's innocent, but he doesn't know who she is or where she is. But this is an excellent little gem, stylishly directed, but the ending was a bit of a anti-climax, if you ask me, but still a very good film. I got a few Arrow titles here. The first one is 12 Monkeys by Terry Gilliam. I don't think I need to tell you anything about this one, right? I mean, this is a classic film. Yeah, really good. And the next title doesn't need an introduction either. Children of Men. This is still an amazing piece of work by Alfonso Cuarón. I've seen his latest one, Roma, and that was absolutely a beautiful film. But I do think that this is his best film so far. Yep. And here is a more recent Arrow release, Colobus. I heard mixed things about it, but it did pique my curiosity, and it was okay. A bit boring, actually. The people who made this movie were influenced by Italian horror, which is obvious when you watch the movie. I mean, the music is reminiscent to the Suspiria soundtrack by Goblin, and there's a death scene in Colobus that is a very clear homage to a certain death scene in Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Here's a look at the booklet, by the way. Let me take that one out. Yeah. It was okay, but it was mediocre, I thought. Some good gore effects, though. Terrible acting, which is not only always bad about a movie, right? But yeah, it was okay. And I also picked up the Ring collection with Ring, classic J-horror movie there. Ring 2, the sequel, and Ring O, the prequel. And it also has a bonus film, Spiral. Now, Spiral is a very interesting case. I read somewhere, not from this booklet, by the way. I still need to read the booklet, but I think I read it from a magazine or something, that during the making of the first Ring, The production company knew they had a hit in their hands, and they put together a team to come up with a sequel, pretty much behind the back of Hideo Nakata, the director of Ring. And Spiral turned out to be such a failure that the producers were ashamed of it, and they asked Nakata to make the true official sequel, which is this one, Ring 2. So I'm curious to find out how bad Spiral really is, because I've never seen it, and I've never seen Ring O either, by the way. And I have a feeling that this will be an unnecessary entry in the franchise, but we'll just have to wait and see. But this is a great set. I really hope that Arrow will also release the Ju-on the Grudge movies. You know, I find them creepier than the Ring films, especially the first two. I know there's a Ring Ju-on crossover movie where Sadako is fighting against the evil woman from Ju-on. I heard it's really bad, but I do like to see it someday. Okay, next is Prince of Darkness. I received this later than expected. At one point I even thought it was lost in the mail. That would have been unfortunate if that was the case. I would have gotten my money back, but I would not have gotten a replacement because it's sold out and it goes for crazy money now. But luckily, I got my copy, and this is just another fine release from Studio Canal, and another great Carpenter classic. Here's another wonderful release, by the way, Argo Extended Edition, Declassified. Now this was very cheap on Amazon, and it comes with a lot of stuff. Of course, you got the Blu-ray with both the theatrical and the extended versions. This is well, very confidential. Don't show this to anyone else. Now, there's just a lot of posters on here. Let's see here. A nice little poster there. And here's another poster. Oh yeah, this is the one. The fake science fiction movie. Come on, here it is. Argo. The fake science fiction movie. Nice artwork there. And you have this hardcover booklet here. With many informations and pictures and what have you. Really great film, by the way, by Ben Affleck. And this is When a Stranger Calls. Now this is a wonderful release from Second Sight. They have been doing really well lately. They also put out the Changeling not so long ago. And I remember the first time I saw When a Stranger Calls. I was a kid back then, and I saw it on VHS, and the first 20 minutes just freaked me out. It made quite an impact on me. I don't think it will freak me out today, but I'm sure it still is an effective opening sequence. The only thing I can't remember is the rest of the movie, so I need to do some rewatching. And same thing for the sequel, which is also on here, When a Stranger Calls Back. I remember a few things about it, but I know it wasn't as good as the first movie. It's the soundtrack, by the way, on CD. And you have a poster, which is pretty much like this. And this is the booklet, by the way. Yeah, I cannot wait for Second Sight to be to release Dawn of the Dead, which will be coming out later this year. And last but not least, I have this absolutely gorgeous Blu-ray set of Schindler's List 25th Anniversary Edition. I got this from a company called EverythingBlu. I don't know if they still have it. The last time I checked, they only has 5% in stock, which is not a lot. So if you want to get it, I will leave a link to that website below. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if they still has it. But anyway, this is absolutely a beautiful release. I'm looking. This is all embossed, by the way. You can see the little girl there, and then the back there with Liam Neeson. And it looks absolutely beautiful. This has the steelbook, and let me show the steelbook there. Now, if you want to see the entire contents of this set, I will also leave a link below to the video of Blu-ray Dan. He did a more in-depth video on this release, and he does it a lot better than I ever do. So go check it out if you want to know more about this fantastic Blu-ray 4K release here. And these are the bonus features, by the way. There's also comes with a bonus disc there. Yeah, very, very gorgeous, this one. Schindler's List. And that was it for my update of March 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.